back. So great to be back. Just so you know, I'm not the real thing. My job tonight is to get you warmed up for the professional comedians. So we want them to know that Vernon is ready for them, that we're having a really good time. So whether I'm funny or not, you gotta laugh, you gotta make some noise, you gotta clap. You are women, you know how to fake it, okay? That's what I'm talking about, Vernon. All right, I think we're getting off to a good start. Speaking of faking it, my husband and I have been married for a really long time. And, no, I'm kidding, totally kidding. But there's a thing about spontaneity when you've been married a long time, and I just want to share this recent example with you. My husband called me last week, and he said, I know you're off at noon, and I'm off this afternoon. Let's go to Kelowna for the afternoon. And I thought, aw, how cute. We're going to go for a really nice lunch, and maybe, drive along the lake, and, that'll be a really nice break from, doing laundry and whatever else I usually do on Monday afternoon. So we're almost to downtown Kelowna, and he says to me, I thought I'd stop at Princess Auto for a while. And I'm like, Princess Auto, for those of you who don't know, it's like the Winners for men. It's ridiculous, only it smells bad in there. Have you been? It reeks. My husband is like, oh my God, it's like perfume. I hate the smell of that place. And they're trying to get women friendly. Have you noticed that? They had a couple of Christmas decorations in December, and now they've got the pink screwdrivers from the Breast Cancer Foundation. He's not making me go there. I dropped in, went to the mall for a couple hours, and then he comes out with all these bags like he thought he was at the dollar store. Honestly, it's ridiculous. Because it is International, thank you so much. Because it is International Women's Day, I always like to talk a little bit about the differences between men and women. Men don't see them, women do. A little example, the last storm we had, it was nasty. The roads were not good. Guy calls the radio station and says, I just want to give your listeners a heads up how bad the roads are. I just did a donut on Alexis Park Drive. And here's where the difference between men and women comes in. The next thing out of his mouth was, and I didn't even mean to. No, a woman would not say that. Because I'm thinking, oh my God, that must have been so scary. It's 8 o'clock, there are parents all over the place, there's a school, oh my God. Because women know that parking lots are for donuts, and it's probably at Tim Hortons because we're multitaskers.
Yeah, Betty!
I love International Women's Day. The other thing I don't understand about men is how they're so willing to talk about their age and their weight. True story, swear to God, a guy at work last week, and I'm not mentioning any names, said to me, yeah, I'm weighing in at a solid 243. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe you said that. I don't even like to tell the doctor how much I weigh, but here's a little piece of advice. If there's anesthetic involved, you should tell the doctor how much you weigh. I don't have time to go into the details of that one, but that's a little piece of advice for you. Yeah. And then he proceeds to tell me how old he is. No way in hell am I telling anyone how old I am. This whole BS with Oprah about embrace aging, bullshit. I am fighting it all the way. I tried the embracing. Honestly, if people figure out how old I am, that is not good for my career. So I am fighting it all the way, dressing like a teenager, seriously. Ladies, Oprah, don't believe everything that woman says. She's lost it on the age thing. Do not embrace it. Fight it. Because it starts to go, and it starts with the eyes. You'll notice I'm wearing the glasses. I have been for a while. Had to give up the contacts. The eyes were so red, I just looked stoned all the time. It was brutal. And it's not just me. I saw this woman the other day. She had the same red eyes, but she was from Cherryville, so I'm not really sure. Those women backstage are going, oh my God, Cherryville, I've got to work that into my act. What does it mean? I love to be the local sometimes. But from the eyes, it goes to the middle, and, it's kind of hard to hide. It's starting to happen. I'm fighting it, but it's starting to happen. I love the Spanx. I once paid more for a pair of Spanx than the silk dress I was wearing over them. That's ridiculous. And, if my mom was still here, she would say, oh, those are just expensive girdles. Well, let me tell you, if you need to put on one of those expensive girdles, don't get the fake nails first, because you're going to need help. Those things up. No, you can't. It's like trying to get into a sausage casing. There is an upside, though. You don't need a boob job, because they will lift those girls into place. Oh, yeah. And one of the best best examples we're seeing right now is Christina Aguilera, don't you think? It's like, oh my God, what have you done? Buy clothes your own size and get rid of the Spanx. They're pushing the girls up too high. Seriously. But hey, here's a little interesting tidbit. Just came out today. The woman who invented Spanx started with $5,000. She just made Forbes billionaire list. Yeah, Forbes with a B, billionaire today. Yeah. That woman cashing in on our vanity. You're all just jealous because we didn't come up with the idea. But then after the middle, apparently what I'm hearing is the next is the sex life goes. Yeah, I know, it's sad, isn't it? And that's why there's so many old women in casinos today, to get a cheap thrill. Have you heard them screaming? They hit like a $200 jackpot, and they are screaming, kind of like when Harry met Sally. Not quite, but just about. What they forgot is they put $100 in that machine to start, so they're really only up 100. And here's another difference between men and women. When old guys hit a jackpot, you don't even know. I was in Vegas in January. The guy hit a progressive, almost 12 grand. He wasn't even smiling. He was like, oh my God, I won a jackpot. Turns out his wife was playing the penny machine over there and he didn't want to share. What I want to know is at 75, what can you buy for $200 that makes you scream like that?